I have a feeling I'm living under a rock. Because how could I not know this? The Nintendo Switch 2 has been confirmed to be backwards compatible with the current Nintendo Switch. And that is fantastic. For those of us that have multiple Nintendo Switch games, it will be backwards compatible. You'll be able to sign in with your account. If you have the digital copies, you can sign in with your account. And you can just re-download the games that you already bought on the Nintendo Switch. And for those of us who have physical copies of the disc drive or the cartridge drive will be the same size as the Nintendo Switch's drive. So you can just plop in your games, slap on the top, and play your games. Now, supposedly, this is not confirmed, but supposedly, these games will be enhanced in some way. So you'll be able to plop in Breath of the Wild, for example. And you'll be able to experience the game without any load times. This is just a rumor. So it's very possible that the games will be enhanced once you use the Nintendo Switch 2. So this is really fantastic. It gives you really a reason to go back and play the games. Because I know for a fact, for some of the games, they really annoy me because you're fighting a boss or something, and then the screen cuts black because you beat the boss, and then you're stuck there waiting for 10 seconds or so for the game to load the areas or whatever it is, and you're just stuck there. You're waiting for the area to load, and you really don't want that. You want things to cut instantly. So that's a rumor that we're going to be getting faster load times on the Switch 2. That's really fantastic. I would love to see it. Now, there's also other rumors about the Switch 2 and backwards compatible and how that will work. Now, supposedly, once you plop in a Nintendo Switch game, you'll be prompted something. It'll be like enhance or don't enhance or whatever. But that's really how you really enhance the gameplay. Now, you may have to pay for this feature, but it might not be free. You just pop it in. It's probably going to ask you, maybe Switch Online is going to have this feature already able, or you can buy it. Now, this would just be enhancing games, so it uses the full power of the Switch 2. This is totally not confirmed at all, but hey, it'd be really cool to see this. It's a rumor, so I guess we're getting somewhere, I guess, We're getting somewhere. Anyways, now, backwards compatibility. We usually actually do see backwards compatible every kind of second generation. Because Nintendo doesn't really like to stick to one generation for way too long. They like to kind of go from one generation and then make it better the next one, and then just move on to something completely different. Like you can see with the Wii's family era. Now that one was a different one, different story, but as you can see, the GameCube could play Wii games, and then the Wii can play the Wii U can play Wii games, but not GameCube games. So it's kind of like this little era of things, just like the DS and the 3DS. The DS could play, before that we had the Game Boy. You used to be able to, you could put a cartridge, a Game Boy cartridge into a DS. They scrapped that, made it so you can only play DS games, and then you can later on do backwards compatibility with the 3DS. So I guarantee it that this is just part of their plan. Now, sadly, you couldn't do Wii U to the Nintendo Switch, but they mostly ported the entire library anyways, so it didn't really matter. Anyways, we got that cleared out of the way. So once you put in your Switch game, it'll be like mostly like a Nintendo Switch. Of course, we don't know what the UI is going to look like. Hopefully it's beautiful, by the way. Hopefully you can buy themes. The first thing I do when I get a Switch 2, themes. I gotta look for the themes, Because the original regular Switch theme, it just isn't that pretty, and it's just kind of boring now. Because, hey, if you get some music going on with the theme, it makes it sound good. Alright, we're going off topic. We're going off script a bit. Okay, so now, let's just say you got Mario Party Jamboree or something, and you take the game out, you're like, alright, I bought this for the Nintendo Switch. And then you have a Switch 2, but you don't have a Nintendo Switch. So, you'll be able to just put that in there, play the game. Now, vice versa, if you bought a Switch 2 game, you will most likely not be able to play it on the current Switch. I believe that the games are probably going to have kind of like a size different to like the 3DS. They'll have a little ledge, so you can't put that into the Switch, so it's less confusing. I guarantee you that's probably what's going to happen here. So the cartridge size is most likely going to be the same as the Switch, but the kind of physical game itself, it'll look the same. It'll probably have a little ledge or a nudge on the side just to tell you, hey, this doesn't work for your Switch. It's not, your Switch isn't broken. It's just that the game doesn't work. Just for like, you know, families or little kids that have a Nintendo Switch, they're not super confused. My Switch is broken. What the heck? I got a new game for Christmas, and you mean to tell me that I can't play my new game because it doesn't work? What the heck is going on here? Like, things like that, they really don't want that to happen, so it's probably gonna have a tiny little like ledge on the side, kind of like 3DS, or it might look a bit bigger. I'm pretty sure though it's going to just have the ledge. Anyways, that's about the ledge stuff. Now, Nintendo Switch 2 games. Now, the gameplay itself for the first year or so of the Nintendo Switch 2, we'll most likely see like Pokemon, and we won't see too much. So having backwards compatibility on the Switch 2 will be fantastic. So even if you bought a new console, you just had just enough money to get the console itself, but not any games, you're still good because you have your entire Nintendo Switch library. You most likely bought at least one game for the Nintendo Switch. You can plop in that game, put it in the Switch 2, and you'll be good. This is why I would say go get the console before the game. Yeah, that just made no sense right there, but you just focus on the console. Doesn't matter if you get any games alongside with it, because you can play original games, and when they come out, when you want the games, you could go out and get those games. Just focus on the Switch, because I guarantee it that this console will be out of stock a lot, just like we've seen with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X when those consoles came out. It was super hard to get your hands on those bad boys because everyone wanted them, and even actually 2-3 years after, it was still harder, but they were coming back in stock slowly, but they were gone instantly. So make sure that you get your hands on the Switch before getting or worrying about the games, because like I said, it's backwards compatible. You can play your own games. It'll be faster. You probably have, if you have the Switch Online, you'll have an enchantment or whatever it will be called, enchantment. You'll boost the performance of your Switch games. Nintendo could probably monetize this, because how else would they do it? It's a way to get a little bit extra cash for backwards compatibility. But hopefully you don't have to pay for it. It's just there. You can't really guarantee any of that. But at the end of the day, the Nintendo Switch 2, we might actually get a trailer or just a reveal of something pretty soon. Because, hey, it's 2 months, less than 2 months, until 2025, the year that the supposed very hyped up Nintendo Switch 2 will come out. And I'm here for it. I'm super excited to finally get my hands on the Nintendo Switch 2. Imagine that, the Nintendo Switch 2. Long time we awaited for this beautiful console, and it's finally nearly coming true. Wow, beautiful. Anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo successor, being backwards compatible with the regular Switch? Do you think that's a plus experience? Do you think, well, but then they'll put less time into the console itself? Yeah, but hey, it's backwards compatible, right? Am I right? Yeah, high five. Yeah, what do you think about this? Maybe even the Enchanted? Do you think that this pass or whatever it is, maybe monetizing Switch Online will actually be a thing? Because, hey, I think that that's an okay idea. Maybe because you have to get Nintendo Switch Online if you want to play online, so might as well add that to the pile. Hopefully they don't bump up the price, but add that to the pile. There you go. You get the extra enchantment. Put that to Switch Online Plus expansion pack. I feel like that'd be the other option. Anyways, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. And with that being said, see you in the next one.